to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm. That does help the channel grow. So we gotta talk about this Echo series. And I was watching it. Man, did I tell you my eyes hurt by watching this series. And they definitely ruined Kingpin for what we saw in the Hawkeye series. How they just made him, they just cartooned him. And then, let me rephrase it. They made him a jobber. They made the Kingpin a jobber. We saw it again in this series. He's a freaking jobber. And we've gotten news that they have made the Netflix series canon. But Vincent D'Onofrio, I know that he loves playing this character, but man, you gotta make a stand for this character. Gotta make a stand. Like, you and Charlie Cox, these are beloved characters from the Netflix series, and I know they love playing these characters, but you gotta speak up. Like, we need them to do some Henry Cavill type stuff. Henry Cavill, he said he stopped doing The Witcher when they started ignoring the source material. These guys, they've been in the game long enough to have a little bit of say-so with these characters that they've made very popular, and I'm pretty sure the fans would have backed them up if they would have spoke about how they're treating these characters, because the Kingpin is a laughing stock. You're talking about you're gonna make him a street level Thanos villain. How is that happening if he's losing the Echo and some old woman and some other characters, and the fight scenes were garbage, dog water. Everything you want to put around these fight scenes in this show was crappy. You know, you had Ike Perlmutter in Netflix series. They didn't have any money, but the fight scenes was far better on the Netflix series. How is that even possible? How they said I remember they said Ike Perlmutter was very cheap, but those choreographers on the Daredevil series was incredible. The fight scenes we saw on there. This is the MCU now. With all that money they be spending on VA special effects, you couldn't spend no money on no choreography, better choreography than that. You can hit up the Russo brothers, who they got to do those fight scenes in Civil War and also Winter Soldier. It was ridiculous, man. And you got Vincent D'Onofrio, you know, he's gonna do the character because he loves playing the Kingpin, but this isn't the Kingpin. He is a jobber. This is not the threat level. You would have got that Kingpin from the Netflix series. That's a threat level, because this guy was pulling strings everywhere. Like, you didn't know who was under the Kingpin's thumb. But this guy that we got, you expect us to get excited for that? Now, there was some rumors saying that he may be into, this may lead into Spider-Man 4. They're gonna have to do a whole total overhaul with this Daredevil Born Again, which it sounds like they are doing. They scrapped everything. I mean, the writers and all that, the showrunners, and they're trying. It looks like some course corrections are happening. They hired one of the Punisher directors to come on and help from the Netflix series, which is a good sign. The Loki guys, I'm a little iffy, but we'll see what happens with that. But that is a start, because that's what I've been saying. Get somebody from these Netflix series, either the Punisher or Daredevil, to come help show y'all how it's done with these characters. So that is a good start that they got that person involved in this series. John Berthal has came out and said they can't ignore the source material. They gotta let it be gritty. I 100% agree with that. They gotta they gotta take some notes from the Netflix series. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why the heck Hawkeye and some other people thought that was the way to go with Kingpin? If you gonna bring in Kingpin and Daredevil, y'all gonna make them look weak like that? These beloved characters from this, by far the best of the Netflix characters from that, you gonna give us that crap? That's what we got from them when you bringing them into the MCU. So we gonna see what Born Again is what's gonna happen. We got rumors that Karen and Foggy will be returning. which makes perfect sense. Why the heck was they not involved if y'all was gonna do this show? Y'all just said we gonna scrap everything from the Netflix series. Something that's been successful for 3 seasons. 3 great seasons. I think I like season 2 better than 3, but 3 is number 2, and the first season's at the bottom. But I love every bit of all those seasons. You got to get back to giving us what we want as fans. If you listen to the fans say give us these characters. Now the only person you probably leave behind probably Finn Jones. We don't want Finn Jones. You know, you're gonna have some people say they want Finn Jones, but nah, you're gonna bring these characters back. Listen to the fans. We love these characters. You give us the Kingpin that we had in the Daredevil series. We don't want this Eoch that y'all have created with the Kingpin. We have gotten 2 Eoch variations of the Kingpin, the Hawkeye series, in this series. It just didn't feel like the Kingpin. I didn't feel the menacing, manipulative Kingpin that I'm used to. It did not feel like him at all. Did not sound like him. I need to hear that intimidation that people feared him. You got Echo and Hawkeye. They didn't fear him. The little Bishop girl, she didn't fear him. If that was the Netflix series, she would have feared him. What he could have been doing. He could have had her mom taken out any time that she knows she can't mess with him. The same with Echo. She would have to stay hiding because he would have some assassins lurking behind the scenes to take them out, just like we saw with Bullseye. For a perfect example, Bullseye. When you saw that he wanted Bullseye under his wing and he saw that Bullseye had a weakness, what did Kingpin do? He took out that girl. He took her out. That's how threatening he is. He took her out. But that's all I got to say, man. That's the Kingpin I'm used to. Because if that was Echo, really, Kingpin would have took that family out. They wouldn't even seen it coming, just like he took out Bullseye's little love interest. That's how threatening he was. He did the same thing season 1 when he took out Ben Urich. Took him out. But post comments, let me know what you guys think about this, man. But that's all I got to say. Let me know what you guys think.